Hi everyone! Continue natin ang ating lesson about grade 9 math, quarter 1, module 2, nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Una nating pag-aaralan is a discriminant of a quadratic equation. Okay, sa pag-solve ng ating quadratic equation, ginagamit natin ang ating quadratic formula. So that is x is equal to negative b, positive and negative square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so ito yung quadratic formula natin. Now, itong expression na nasa loob ng ating quadratic formula, itong b squared, nasa loob ng radical sign rather. So, itong radical sign natin, ang nasa loob niya is b squared minus 4ac plays an important role in calculation of the roots. So, ito yung discriminant natin, itong nasa loob ng radical sign. Okay, so that is b squared minus 4ac. Napaka-importante nito para makalculate natin ang roots ng ating equation. Ang value din ng ating discriminant, so for example, nag-solve ka ng discriminant, so ang value niya is pwede mo siyang gamitin para ma-describe mo ang nature ng roots ng iyong quadratic equation. So ito yun siya. The value of the expression b squared minus 4ac is called discriminant. Okay, so ito yung tinatawag nating discriminant of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this value can be used to describe the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. So ang value nito, ito yung ginagamit natin para ma-describe natin ang nature of roots ng ating quadratic equation. Para ma-solve natin ang ating discriminant, meron tayong steps dito. Napakadali lang ng steps na ito para ma-solve natin ang discriminant. Okay, first, ang gagawin natin is write the quadratic equation into standard form. Okay, so kapag ang equation mo is hindi naka-standard form, kailangan mo siyang gawing standard form. Ano ba yung standard form natin? That is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so ganito dapat ang iyong quadratic equation, naka-standard form. Next, identify the values of A, B, and C. So, i-identify mo na ang value kung ano yung value ng iyong A, ng B, at ng iyong C. Okay, so napag-aralan natin sa previous lesson kung paano natin i-identify ang values nila. And then third, substitute the values of A, B, and C to b squared minus 4ac. So, isubstitute mo na ang iyong value kapag na-identify mo na sila. Isubstitute mo na sa ating b squared minus 4ac para ma-determine natin kung ano ang ating discriminant or kung ano yung value ng ating discriminant. Para mas maintindihan natin ang steps na ito, okay, so isolve natin ito. Find the discriminant x squared minus 4x is equal to negative 4. Okay, so hindi siya naka-standard form. So ang gagawin natin is gawin natin siyang standard form. Okay, so ito yung given natin, x squared minus 4x is equal to negative 4. Pasensya na sa aking marker. Hindi na siya masyadong klaro. So gawin natin siyang standard form, that is x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, ito na yung standard form natin. Naging positive si 4 kasi nilipat natin sa kabilang side. So, naging positive 4 siya. Okay, so ngayon is i-identify natin ang value ni A, ni B, ay nako, ayaw na talaga, at ni C. Okay, so ang value ni A is 1, si B naman is negative 4, and si C is positive 4. So now, ang step 3 is i-substitute natin siya sa ating discriminant na b squared. Ayaw na talaga, minus 4ac. Okay, I'm so sorry. b squared minus 4ac. So B, ano yung value ni B? Negative 4. So negative 4 squared minus 4 multiplied by the value of A na 1 and multiplied by the value ni C na positive 4. Okay. So, negative 4 squared is negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Negative 4 times positive 1 equals negative 4. Negative 4 times positive 4 is equal to negative 16. Okay. So, that is 0. So, ang value ng ating discriminant na b squared minus 4ac is 0. Okay, so ganito ang pagkuha ng ating discriminant. O, diba, napakadali lang. Basta wag nyo lang kalimutan si b squared minus 4ac para makuha nyo ang inyong discriminant. Ngayon, alam na natin kung paano kunin ang discriminant. So, isolve lang natin ang b squared minus 4ac. Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, so napaka-importante na alam natin kung paano kukunin or isolve ang ating discriminant. Kasi, gaya nga ng sabi ko na yun ang magdidetermine sa ating nature of roots ng ating quadratic equation. Okay, so ano ba yung mga nature of roots? First, when b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, or kung ang value ng iyong discriminant is equal to 0, then the roots are real numbers and are equal. Okay, so ang roots mo are mga real numbers and equal. Ibig sabihin equal yung both sides ng iyong equation. And real numbers, pwede siyang maging rational number, irrational number. Yun ang tinatawag nating real numbers. Okay, so number 2. When b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, okay, so kung ang value ng ating discriminant ay mas malaki kaysa kay 0, and the perfect square, at perfect square siya, kapag sinabi mong perfect square, ito yung mga number na gaya ni 4. Kasi 2 times 2 is 4, at square root ni 4 is 2. 4, 9, kasi 3 times 3 is 9, at square root ni 9 is 3, okay? So, ito yung mga perfect square number natin. Si 4, si 9, si 16, si 25, kasi square root of 25 is 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so, i-familiarize nyo rin ang ating mga perfect square na mga numbers. Then, the roots are rational numbers, but are not equal, okay? So, ang roots natin, kapag greater than 0 ang value ng ating discriminant and a perfect square siya, so ang ating roots are rational numbers but are not equal. Ano yung rational numbers? Ito yung mga numbers na pwede nating i-express into fraction. Okay? So, pwede natin siyang i-express into decimal or fraction. Yun yung mga rational numbers. Third naman, when b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, okay, so kung ang value ng iyong discriminant is greater than 0, mas malaki kaysa sa 0, but not a perfect square. Pero hindi siya perfect square. Ibig sabihin, gaya ni 1, ni 3, ni 5, hindi yun mga perfect square. Ni 6, hindi yun mga perfect square. Then, the roots are irrational numbers and are not equal. Ano naman itong irrational numbers? Ang irrational numbers, ito yung mga numbers na nasa loob ng radical sign. Okay, so hindi mo siya pwedeng i-express into fraction. And are not equal. Hindi sila equal. Okay, yung both sides is hindi equal. And then lastly, when b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Okay, so kung ang value ng iyong discriminant is less than 0, ano ba yung mga number na less than 0? Ito yung mga negative numbers. Then, the equation has no real roots. Okay, so yung equation natin, wala siyang real roots. Okay, so para maintindihan natin kung ano yung pinag-uusapan natin about nature of roots of a quadratic equation, meron tayong mga examples dito. Hahanapin natin ang kanyang discriminant pagkatapos i-describe natin ang nature ng kanilang roots. Okay, so meron tayong 4 na nature of roots. Okay, so isolve natin ito. First is hanapin natin ang discriminant. Sa pamamagitan ng discriminant, ma-determine natin kung ano yung nature of roots ng ating quadratic equation. Okay, so isolve natin ang ating first example. Dito na lang tayo mag-solve kasi wala nang laman yung aking whiteboard marker. Okay, so that is 25x squared minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so hahanapin natin ang discriminant pagkatapos i-describe natin ang nature ng kanyang roots. Again, sa pag-solve ng discriminant, meron tayong 3 steps. So first is gawin nating standard form ang ating given. Okay, so since ang given natin is naka-standard form na siya in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, punta na tayo sa step 2. Ang step 2 is i-identify natin ang value ng a, ng b, at c. Okay, so ang value ni a is 25. Ang value ni b is negative 10, at ang value ni c is positive 1. Okay, so na-determine na natin. So, isolve na natin ang ating discriminant gamit ang ating formula na b squared minus 4ac. So, i-substitute na natin siya. So, b squared, si b is negative 10 squared minus 4 multiplied by the value of a na 25 and multiplied by the value of c na 1. Okay. Negative 10 squared is negative 10 times negative 10 is equal to positive 100. So negative 4 times 25 is negative 100 times positive 1 is negative 100. Okay, so negative 100. 100 minus 100 is 0. Okay. So, ang discriminant natin is 0. Ngayon is i-identify na natin ang nature of roots ng ating equation na 25x squared minus 10x plus 0. So, titingnan natin dito sa ating nature of roots. 0 ang discriminant natin. Okay, so dito siya sa first nature of roots. When ang value ng ating discriminant is equal to 0, then the roots are real numbers and are equal. Okay, so ang answer natin is, ang nature of roots niya are real numbers. Okay, so real numbers and are equal. Okay, so equal yung both sides niya. Okay, so ito yung nature of roots natin. Real numbers and are equal. So, dahil 0 ang ating discriminant. Dito naman tayo sa pangalawang example. 7x squared minus 9x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so as you can see, naka-standard form ang ating quadratic equation. So, ang next step is i-identify na lang natin ang value ni A, ni B, at ni C. Okay, so ang value ni A is positive 7. Si B is negative 9 at si C is positive 2. Now is, isolve na natin ang ating discriminant gamit ang ating formula na B squared minus 4AC. So, i-substitute na natin. B squared, si B is negative 9 squared minus 4 multiplied by the value of A na 7 multiplied by the value of C na 2. Okay. So, negative 9 times negative 9 or negative 9 squared is equal to positive 81. Negative 4 times positive 7 is negative 28. And negative 28 times positive 2 is negative 56. Okay. So, i-subtract natin. 81 minus 56 is equal to 25. Okay, so ito yung value ng ating discriminant, 25. Now, i-describe natin ang nature of roots ng ating quadratic equation. Okay, so saan ba siya dito sa ating nature of roots, si 25? Si 25 is greater than 0 and a perfect square. Kasi perfect square si 25 kasi ang square root ni 25 is 5. Or 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So, perfect square siya. Okay, so dito tayo. Ang discriminant natin is greater than 0, tapos perfect square siya. Then, ang roots niya are rational numbers but are not equal. Okay, so ang kanyang roots are rational numbers but are not equal. Okay, so napakadali lang na i-identify yung ating nature of roots. Basta alam lang natin kung paano i-solve ang ating discriminant. Third example tayo, that is 6x squared minus 12x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, again, naka-standard form siya. So, i-identify lang natin ang value ni A, ni B, at ni C. Ang value ni A is positive 6, si B is negative 12, si C is positive 4. Okay, so i-solve na natin gamit ang ating discriminant na formula. So, B squared is negative 12 squared minus 4 multiplied by the value of A na 6 multiplied by the value of C na 4. So, negative 12 squared is negative 12 times negative 12 is equal to positive 144. Now, negative 4 times positive 6 is equal to negative 24. And then negative 24 times positive 4 is negative 96. Okay? So, 144 minus 96 is equal to 48. Positive 48. Okay, so ang discriminant natin is positive 48. Ngayon, i-describe na natin ang nature of roots natin. So, since the discriminant is greater than 0, si 48 is greater than 0, pero hindi siya perfect square, but not a perfect square, then the roots are, ano ang roots natin? Irrational numbers and are not equal. Okay, so irrational numbers ang ating roots dahil hindi siya perfect square. Irrational numbers and are not equal. Okay, so ito yung nature of roots natin. Dahil 48 siya, greater than 0 siya, pero hindi siya perfect square. So, ang nature of roots niya is irrational numbers and are not equal. Last example tayo. So, 2x squared plus 8x plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay? So, naka-standard form. Again, i-identify natin ang value ni A, ni B, at ni C. Si A is positive 2, si B is positive 8, at si C is positive 9. Okay, so isolve na natin. B squared minus 4AC is equal to B squared, 8 squared. 8 squared minus 4 multiplied by A multiplied by C. Okay, so 8 squared or 8 times 8 is equal to 64. Negative 4 times positive 2 is equal to negative 8. Negative 8 times positive 9 is equal to negative 72. Positive 64 minus 72, ang sagot is negative 8 kasi mas malaki si negative. Okay, so ang discriminant natin is negative 8. Now, i-describe natin ang nature ng kanyang roots. Okay, so ano yung nature ng kanyang roots? Dito tayo. When b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, so ang value ng ating discriminant is negative 8. Negative 8 tayo dito, so ibig sabihin less than 0 siya. Then, the equation has no real roots. So, ang roots ng ating equation, i-describe natin siya is no real roots. Okay? So, ito yung ating nature of roots. Okay, so hanggang dito na muna tayo sa Module 2. Meron pa tayong C at D. So, ang C natin is, that is relationship between the coefficient and roots of quadratic equation. At ang susunod naman natin pag-uusapan is, paano naman tayo gumawa ng quadratic equation kung roots ang ibibigay sa atin. So, yun ang pag-aaralan natin sa susunod. That's all for today's video, guys. Sana may natutunan kayo sa ating lesson for today. See you in our next lesson. Bye!